Didn't buy the game, by the way, but I love Obsidian anyway. So I saw this one on the Steam store, and it looked insanely cool to me. As you can see, it's like a modern RPG, but with old-timey graphics, and I'm a sucker for old-timey graphics. I find these so charming. So let's get started. So default. Okay, so welcome to character creation. Start by picking a difficulty for your playthrough. Difficulty can be changed during play. Okay, let's go with normal. There's only very limited artificial smoothing of certain dice rolls. That's one way to put it. Hard mode is intended to offer the player a challenge without feeling unfair. Dice rolls are slightly weighted in the opponent's favor, but making them more deadly. So, It's funny that they don't say weighted here. What they do here it's very euphemistically put, unless I don't understand what artificial smoothing means, but anyway, we'll go with normal. Select. Next, select a class for your character. Classes define a character's role in the party by adding certain exclusive abilities. Let's see. I like mages. A guild magos is a spellcaster who can develop all the different arcane schools fully. This comes at the cost of having absolutely no combat-related feats. What about a battle mage, though? Spells of the fire magic school, unlike other magi, they also get access to a few basic combat-related feats and may wear light armor. This is very old school. That mages cannot wear heavy armor. They cannot use, like, there are these priests. I wonder if that's the case here too. There it is here. Okay, cleric. They can, I'm used to the fact that clerics can wear armor, but they cannot wield any other weapon but a mace. They can't wield swords or anything sharp. Bard mixes the rogue's decent combat skills and high maneuverability with the use of arcane magic. The main attribute for this class is presence. Yeah, this one, okay. It's like a... It's not a crusader, what it's called. I think, yeah. The Hospitaller is a cleric who serves as a frontline healer. Well armed and armored, they can stand their ground against overwhelming foes, whilst also getting access to the highest tiers of the body magic school. Body magic school is like alteration, like in Elder Scrolls terms. That you can cast a shield and stuff. I'm not quite sure. I'll choose mage. Well, maybe bard. Let's do with the bard. Select the background for your character. Backgrounds add points and skills influence. Starting conditions and narrative content. Okay. A wildling. A snake cultist. Rising with serpents in darkened cellars and hidden temples has left you immune to the snake's kiss. Okay. Entertainer. In equal parts despised and adored by the wealthy of the empire, the traveling entertainer can make a pretty penny of their blinding charisma and nimble fingers. I'll choose this one. Distribute points to your primary attributes and skills. These go a long way towards defining your character mechanically. So presence is important. And agility, I think. And Yeah. Maybe intelligence. Ranged. Okay, I can focus on ranged, but yeah, I guess that's what I'll do, I guess. Diplomacy? Lore? No. Stealth? Okay. Awareness. Okay, I'll do the lore away. Let's do this one instead. Okay. Seems okay, I think. I don't know. No clue. These are the feats derived from your class. Distribute your development points in them to gain benefits and new abilities. Light weapons initiate. I think I'll go for, well, this one obviously. Increased deployment. What about tradecraft? Backstabber. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Magic focus. 3 ranks. Learn 2 new skills from the Bardic School. Okay. Light weapons finesse. What is light? Accuracy. Oh. I think this is fine, maybe? Increase lore, increase diplomacy. I can do something now. Sight to behold, fire sprite, lifting tune, light please, sparkle dust. Okay. Pick 2 new bardic magic school spells to learn. What the hell is that? Cascade. Targets all allies on the battlefield. Adds condition clarity of mind. Removes conditions with blindness, deafness, and... Okay. Deals magic fire damage. Lifting tune. Targets all inspired. Let's do a damage, and light seems maybe important later down the line. Okay, let's just do this. Finalize your character by editing their appearance. I'm definitely a female. Thank you very much. Whatever, I don't care. Let's go. Oh, type a name. Prologue. On the wine-dark raging seas of the Outer Isles, a lone caravel struggles against the winds and waves towards the accursed land of Idra. This is interesting because I believe the ancient Greek used this particular term for the sea. Anyway. The moan of creaking timbers, the tang of preserved fish. Your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness of the ship's dimly lit hold. Suddenly, something strikes the hull. and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound, and the feeling of unease grows in your stomach. Let me first check the sound real quick. Okay, seems fine. Suddenly something strikes the hull and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound and the feeling of unease grows in your stomach. I guess I've been drinking the night earlier, maybe. You get to your feet and become aware of agitated voices shouting up on deck. Something is not right. You should make your way up top and get a bearing on the situation. Be on your way. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I can eat. Oh. Moving the cursor over an interactable object will make a yellow outline appear. Left mouse click to interact. Okay. Holding down shift will highlight. Okay. Oh. Something struck the ship. This is so Ultima coded. I still have to finish that game, you know. So wait. You see a desk. Oh, a desk with the maritime navigation map. The map is labeled the Outer Isles and a course is drawn towards an island named Idra. We knew as much, but that's a plant, I think. No, it's not a plant. It's a pile of straw. I've been sleeping on that. To your surprise, you realize that this door has been locked from the outside. It doesn't budge. Perhaps you could slip the lock with a thin blade or use something to smash it. If you've not already done so, you must equip a weapon. Press E to manage your equipment. Double click on the items to use them. For weapons and armor, this means the item becomes equipped. Okay, E. That's gold, I think. Yeah. Use the dagger. You slip the dagger through a gap in the door and lift the bar that was locking you in. The door begins to creak open. As the door swings open, you can now clearly make out cries from the deck above. You should make haste. Okay, let's make haste. A short sword. A bow, I'll take that. Armor. I guess I'll take everything. Oh. We're in Zephyr's Hold. Let's eat. I only have 3 arrows. Let's put on something. Do I equip these or no? Oh. I've spotted something. Okay, that's great. What did you spot? It's day 151. Okay. It's overcast and it's night. What did you spot, girl? Oh, you stop dead as you narrowly avoid stepping in a rust-red puddle. The stench of blood fills your nostrils. As you look around in the dim light of the hold, you realize someone or something fought for their life here. At the same moment the thought hits you, a hiss. Sound from the shadows, okay? You squint towards the shadows as a hunched, feral-looking form slowly slinks forwards. It's a rat. Tiny, disgustingly human-like hands. Yellow fangs and a grotesquely dexterous pink tail leave no doubt of the creature's rodent nature. Though, as it emerges from the shadows, it becomes abundantly clear that what may have started life as a common shipwreck has now grown into something that has no right to exist. A second hiss sounds behind you, and the abominations lunge at you. In combat, characters act in order of initiative. Okay. You can view the initiative order by using the initiative widget. Okay. Moving the cursor over the widget makes it pop out. Okay. Note that moving the cursor over a name will mark that character's outline flash on the battlefield. The widget on the lower right side represents the character's action points. The yellow pips represent movement points, yeah? The violet pips represent attacks. The violet violence. Okay. You can move a number of tiles, each combat equal to your movement points and attacks. Performing an attack will clear out all the remaining... Okay, that's good to know. Pressing shift in combat brings up the tactical overlay, makes it easier to see. Okay. Steel thyself. Oof. Okay, so deploy the party and begin the attack. Well, let's take a step back. Begin. Can I wait for a second? Hold action. Oh yeah, I forgot I got some spells. Okay, so far so good. This one, please. Okay. What did we get? Rat tails? Yeah. Okay. You emerge onto the ship's lower deck. As your eyes adjust in the darkness, you become aware of a hulking figure standing in the shadows. Tovar, here at last, growls a rough voice. This game is much better than I anticipated, I gotta say. Freeze and listen carefully. Feeling jumpy? The brute growls, but it tends to have that effect on people. Roland, why are you skulking in the shadows? Shadows suit a face like this just fine. No matter. There's trouble and you're needed on deck now. What for? What's all that noise? The island is in sight, but the damn guilders refuse to land. They want to turn back. We lose our shot at the girl? What girl? And no one gets paid. Listen here. I know our boys better than most. We've hired them to go to Idra and kill. If you don't pay them, things will go badly. Quickly. It will go bad quickly. But the sailors are bloody terrified. They claim something is hunting us. Let's go for all the good it will do. Wait, there are a few sailors up ahead, rattled as a pair of rabbits. Is there a way past them? There are 2 doors ahead. Take the left and we should be able to sneak past them without any trouble. Anything else I should know? Let's just get off this bloody boat. Okay. Motioning for you to take the lead, Roland falls behind you. From above, agitated shouts can be heard. You've added a new character to your party. Press Q or the character portraits to swap the party leader. The current leader's attributes are used for tests outside combat, such as awareness or stealth. I see. Familiarize yourself with the attributes and abilities of your party members and have the right character take the lead depending on the circumstance. This makes a lot of sense. When a new member joins the party, they level up to your current level. The level up icon is on your party member's portrait, shows that the character is ready to level up. Okay, double click. An arms master and a self-sword level 1. Attributes. Feats. Can I? Yeah, okay. Arms mastery. What's this? Increased athletics. Toughness. Archery, axe, club, shield, sword. I believe we have a sword. And shields, maybe. What else? I've got one more. Save and exit. Okay. What does he already have something on his person? He does. He has a 2-hand. I think. oh, okay. So hold on. His awareness is 1. Okay. Found a fish. At the door left, he said. What's this? Crafting. Okay. To create new items, double click ingredients on in your inventory to place them in the workstation. To create new items, double click the ingredients so we can cook the fish. Your recipe list represents known, but you learn new recipes by experimenting. Okay. It's dependent on the crafting skill, so let's... Oh, it's... Oh. Baked potato. Okay. It is said that potatoes alone can nourish a man's body indefinitely. The same cannot be said for his soul. The humble Perkland makes up for its meager size with its abundance. It's often preserved with salt and eaten year-round. The smell is an acquired taste. I really, really, really enjoy this game. Thieves' tools, yes please. Really, really enjoy it. What's this? What? A grindstone. Can we... Can you do something with that? I don't know. Left, he said. A notice scrawled in crude letters. Cook. I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There is a limit to how long a man can live on salt, potatoes, and Perkland. Take heed, take heed, or get a dagger in the eye, you cheap bastard. Okay. Press the hide button to go into stealth mode. The action buttons also map to the numerical buttons. While in stealth mode, the stealth indicator becomes visible. A yellow indicator means you're in danger of being spotted. While your indicator is yellow, it will count down to 0. When it reaches 0, you are spotted and will become visible. Moving in lit areas and being close to other characters will make the counter go down very fast. Okay. Wearing armor makes it harder. If the indicator turns green, it means you are no longer in danger of being spotted. Spending time in green areas will refill your stealth meter. Okay, but I'm still carrying around like this prestige. There we go. And then hide. Let's save. Oh. Oh. Ah! The satyr stared at you wide-eyed and terrified. Dead emperors! It's coming for us, it whispers to me. One of them draws a weapon with shaking hands. Diplomacy versus 10. Calm yourself, you're guild sailors. A dice roll. Okay, let's do it. Must roll 5 or above. We can do this. 15. Success. The men stopped dead in their tracks, seemingly shocked back from their momentary lapse of sanity by your words. The pair blinks towards you in a moment of indecision and then stumbles up to the main deck and the tumult that seems to be taking place there. Oh, okay. No! I wanted to... You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing each other with weapons drawn. The ship shakes violently in the grip of a storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and the frantic arguments, you bellow for attention of the assembled crewmen and mercenaries. I want to go back. There was stuff to loot. Let's see. Let's load it. Okay, this is going differently this time. I can't use this anymore. I don't know why. Is it because I'm wearing armor or what is happening? Oh man. Okay, well we're killers now. Come on, kill him. My final arrow. Oof. I feel kind of bad about it, but okay. But is there more to loot? Or it looked like there was a lot to loot here, but guess not. Unlocked. Oh, and look at this. This looks so much like Ultima. Only in this case, we know what the potions do. Electrical resistance, attunement, tonic, magical aptitude. Why can I not use my skill? Oh, I'm out of mana. I see. Stores. Yeah, I see. They actually encourage using the console. It's kind of funny. I love this game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. It's just so old-timey. You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing each other. With weapons drawn, the ship shakes violently in the grip of a storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and their frantic arguments, you bellow for the attention of the assembled crewmen and mercenaries. Both the ship's captain and the leader of the mercenaries you hired are a coarse thug of a man named Estavo. Turn their attention to you. They look ready to use the unsheathed weapons in their hands and the slightest provocation. Let's talk to the mercenary leader. The mercenary leader, Estavo, flicks his dark eyes to you, but keeps his blade fixed on the desperate captain. There's a reason he's known as Fireblood to his man. Estavo, you'll get your money, but let me handle this. A cruel smile twitches into life on Estavo's wind-weathered face. There's only one rich noble girl, but we can always find more sailors. What are we after? A rich noble girl? Captain, why have we not dropped the anchor? Something dire stalks these shores we cannot approach without risking the ire of that horde. A jittery mutter of agreement rises from the sailors, causing Estavo's eyes to darken even further. What have you seen? Naught but glimpses. My men have seen the shadow of something deep in water stalking us. Nothing natural moves like that. Estavo glares murderously at the captain. Okay, Jesus. I don't even know how to... You renege? Renege? I don't even know. How do you say this?
Renege.
Renege. You renege on our deal based on a glimpse? There's desperation in the captain's voice. We are seasoned sailors. We do not balk at shadows. You need to be alive to rescue this girl you speak of. We're out of time. Fill us in, or argue the point with Estavo. Estavo turns his steely gaze from you to the captain. Let me spell this out for you, sea dog. We contracted to rescue the girl, but if you don't get us to the shore, we'll gut you for free. The mercenaries you hired all shift their weight in anticipation of making good on that promise. Captain, he's right. Do what you were hired to do. Something changes in the captain's expression. He stands tall. I will not order my ship and my men to certain doom. We shall not get any closer to the coast while I have the command. Okay, let's do the diplomacy option. I believe you, but my contract with these men does not mention your survival. Being hard ass is success. A few of the ship's crew lower their weapons. The captain's eyes flit between you and Estavo's murderous grin. He sheaths his blade and speaks softly, his voice barely audible over the snapping sails. So be it. May the deep have mercy. Oh, a kraken. Suddenly, a huge monstrous tentacle burst from the water around the ship. For a split second before the terror sets in, you wonder what Estavo must be thinking as the monstrosities loom over him. After reaching their full height, the tentacles curve inwards and smash into the ship. Some pierce straight through the deck, others snap the mast. They were like they were matchsticks. Some pierce straight through the deck, others snap the masts like they were mere After reaching their full height, the tentacles curve inwards and smash into the ship. Some pierce straight through the deck, others snap the masts like they were matchsticks. You stand frozen in place. Through a haze of splintered wood and panicked screams, you notice Roland. He throws himself out of the way of a tentacle, but begins to fall overboard as the ship lurches once more. No! You dash towards the ship's fractured rail, dodging holes in the deck and wounded men, besieging you for help. Roland hangs by one arm from the side of the ship. Try to grab him. You lunge for Roland's arm, but he loses his grip and your fingers close only around thin air. You missed him by an inch. He falls wordlessly downwards. Jesus Christ. You watch as he's swallowed by this raging sea. Not my friend. Jeez, why? The ship is listing fatally. And you see the great tentacle high above you, poised for the coup de grace. Abandoned ship. As you jump, you hear the terrible rending of wood giving into flash. Ugh. Okay. The impact of the water winds you. The waves pummel you down. The currents besiege you to go deeper, ever deeper. Ah, peaceful blackness. Let's just sink. It looks so cool. Look at this. 2 weeks earlier. Oh, okay. What's happening? Guardsmen dressed in the livery of the noble house Baron. The guard scowls somewhat at you. Armsmaster Lyra awaits you at the main entrance. You best talk to her if you've not already done so. Come here, whelp. Kydian, an aging armored man in the livery of the house Baron, stands and scowls at you. Eyes like coal peer out from a craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild white hair. Return his challenging stare. The older man crosses his massive arms, steps forwards and leans towards you. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though, I don't know, am I? Though his voice is full of gravel, there's now a glint in his eyes as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Kydian, you old fool. A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Kydian may be older and grayer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old. Okay? So we know each other for a long time. It's good to see some things haven't changed. Kydian steps back and allows you to breathe again before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard of your father's passing. Wow, this game's a roller coaster. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? How did... His name is Dubois. No. Let's not dwell on old wounds. Do you know why I'm here? Master Cato will chew your ear plenty when you see him, Tovar. Lyra, the new master at arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you. Don't ask her not to, if you think I had a temper. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled house guard's voice. Okay, let's see if I can... This is a tough one, it seems. Oof, too bad. I won't betray my master's confidence by saying more. Best to see him yourself. The man offers a smile, but it fails to iron out the concerned creases around his eyes. Alright, very well. I'll go look for the Master at Arms. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take this lantern. Lord Baron will wait. And we don't want you getting lost in the hedge maze again. The man laughs heartily and hands you a small brass lantern. Thank you, man. Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, girl. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance. He then seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. Oh, I was like, what is this? My damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the aches, let me tell you. I take an arrow in the knee, in the leg any day. If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me a happy man. Gideon shifts as if to emphasize his stiff knees. All right, Gideon, I get the hint. But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first, and I'll be here for later. The old boar. Gideon. Okay. There's a dog. I pet the dog, of course. The dog must be pet. A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is the new master at arms for House Baron. As you approach, she offers a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be respectful. Okay. Greetings, Trovar. Master Kato welcomes you back to House Baron. The master is eager to meet with you and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food and then perhaps walk the grounds and gardens. Okay, I shall explore. Excellent, though I'm sure you still know your way around the grounds. The kitchen is in the building to the east and the garden and hedge maze to the west. Come back and check in with me once you've stretched your legs. So that's east is the kitchen. You'll find the kitchen in the eastern end of the courtyard. Yes. Oh, there we go. You enter the kitchen and a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's also much quieter, emptier, and gloomier than you remember. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting by the oven, kind, red-faced, tending a shank of lamb. Reminisce. You remember the matronly woman as she sat humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasting meat. Okay. Child, come here, will you? Magda was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Go to Magda. Magda clasps you gently with her tubby hand. Have you eaten yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her apron and hands it to you, as all women do. As daughter to the master at arms for the great house, Baron, you did not go wanting, materially at least. Thank you. Magda looks at you with kind eyes as you pick at the bundle. He's here again. Down in the cellar. He's not so good, my child. Sleeping now, but it would be best if you got him to bed before men see him like this again. Oh, no. Oh my god. The knot in your stomach is as real now as it was when you were 12. I'll go get him. Don't worry, he won't make a fuss. He just needs time, you know, Tovar. Deep wounds take a long time to heal. The old woman turns back to her meat and resumed meandering humming. The sound of a man clearing his throat snaps you back out of your reminiscing. May I help you, milady? The man in a chef's outfit offers in a hoarse voice. I need some water. Some water. Hello? He doesn't want to talk. The chef offers his short bow and a tired but sincere smile. I'm Chef Armand, and my humble kitchen is at your disposal, milady. Sadly, I was told of your arrival only minutes ago, and my oven must be fired up again. You must be famished. Indeed, I am. My suggestion is thusly, whilst I stroke the fire, you run down in the pantry and fetch some cured ham and cheddar cheese. I will then teach you how to cook my renowned melted cheese sandwich. This gives me flashbacks too. Oh no. To Chef Ramsay making his renowned melted cheese sandwich, and everybody was roasting him anyway. And you shall never want for an evening meal for as long as you live. Okay. Wow, that's quite the promise. Splendid. The pantry is west of the wine cellar, and the cheese is kept in the northernmost room. Return when you have the cured ham and cheddar, and I shall provide bread and instructions. Now, venture forth into the underworld. Where is it? Use the hatch in the floor over there. It's quite dark down there, but there should be a lantern in a chest near the stairs. Good luck. Wooden hatch by the wall. Continue. Okay, we're just going to take the brandy. Oh, empty bottles litter the floor of this room. You chuckle to yourself as you imagine the kitchen staff in their wine tasting sessions. No doubt much revelry has taken place here. Then a cool gust of air from the passage to the north. The wine cellar lies that way. You can almost hear a faint sobbing. Ghosts, no doubt. So ghosts are real. I'll take the lantern. Okay, let's see if I can find the brandy. You're gripped by a long hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. You sealed it away, but in so doing preserved its strength, and now it demands freedom. You can still recall the smelling him before you could make out his writhing shape in the dim light of the cellar. Mistress Valeria, open the door. Your father doesn't even notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings. How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she? Try to shake some sense into him. Your father jolts upright, the bloodshot whites of his eyes glaring out of the darkness. We found her wandering the forest outside the estate. Mistress Valeria. Help him stand. Haltingly and leaning heavily on you, your father manages to stand. She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was the girl, you know. The seed was planted in Valeria that night. But how could you know? You were but a babe yourself. Jeez, this game. You helped lead the now sobbing man out of the cellar. Stop it, father. Lord Cato trusted me, and I failed him. But Valeria was the one to pay the price. Mind broken, and that spawn of a child. Your father's voice seethes with fury. Enough! Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honor? As much as your harlot mother. Oh my god. Your father steps away from you unsteadily, tears streaming down his contorted face. Let's run away. Let's just run away. Let's just run far, far away from this. You draw a ragged breath and snap out of the memory. Your knuckles white. You're alone in the damp cellar and don't particularly feel like dwelling there. Oh, those are the ghosts, I guess. Yeah, I see. Okay. Well, oh, we're looking for brandy. What's this? Yeah, we'll take that. Do I get to take it all, I guess? Cheese? Oh, there we go. I don't need that much, but I'll take it. I don't even know if we gonna keep it. Chef Armand wanders back and forth, tending the fire and keeping his kitchen tidy. He has the gait of a man who has been on his feet for far too many hours. I have the ham and cheese. Perfect. First of all, here's some bread. Now, the cauldron is quite empty, just warm enough for you to use. Remember, you need both the bread, ham and cheese to make the perfect sandwich. Now, go give it a try and bring me the result. I shall see if you have it any. Yes, Chef Renzi, I will do that. Where's the cauldron though? There it is. Present the sandwich for inspection. Armand wafts the scent of the grilled sandwich towards his nose. Ah, the crust of the bread and the softness of the cheese, the savoriness of the ham. Perfection. You shall indeed never go hungry in the night ever again. Thanks. Okay. I appreciate the teaching of a sandwich. Okay, let's give him the brandy, which gives me really bad memories to give men fatherly figures alcohol, but that's okay. I got your medicine. Ha! That's some fine foraging, young whelp. Before you can get the word in, Gideon snatches the bottle and corks it and drinks it deeply. Is he my dad or is he a surrogate father? I don't know. The old man's eyes closed in relief. Lets out a deep sigh. May your sleep be dreamless, he speaks as if to himself. May your sleep be dreamless? Gideon smiles sadly. An old soldier's greeting. Ah, yeah. Something one mercenary would say to another as a prayer to not dwell on painful memories. The kind that comes with the work, your father and I. Gideon halts momentarily as he looks at you. Your father and I would always part with those words. Now, I've held you long enough. Be on your way. Okay, then. Feel a little bit used right now, but okay. I only cared about the brandy. You stand before the gate to the hedge maze. It stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. The sounds and smells of the estate ground, as they were long ago called to you from a distant memory. You feel you could easily plunge into the depths. Let yourself go and remember. Which daydream is it this time? Are you valiantly defending me from rebels again? Embla throws a pine cone at you, snapping you from your reverie. She's 10 years old, and you're a year her senior. Let's play in hide and seek and go seek in the maze. I'll hide. You faintly hear someone yell her name from the distance. You better run, Star Child. Only my mother ever calls me Dad, Embla says, frowning. Where did you hear it from? Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you and darts off into the maze. Give chase. You hear a man's voice yell Embla's name again, much closer now. Either way, she's lost to you. In the winding passages of the hedge maze, your memory tugs at you, urging you on to the center of the maze. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. It's our test to do some dungeon crawling. Oh. You stand at the center of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean, the rock at its heart a windswept island. You found me, daydreamer. You remember the tone of her voice and can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond. Why do you always come here? I like the water, it's so calm. Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You notice the faintest tang of ozone. She makes a slow motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond's surface. Where water and skin meet, strange colors bleed and spread across the surface. Embla, you'll get in trouble, stop it. Embla moves her fingers across the water's surface like a painter's brush. Colors spill across the pond, and for a sleeping moment, you fancy that you can see cloud-topped mountains, or was it ramparts of an impossibly large city reaching towards the heavens. The silence is shattered by a shout, along with the beguiling images. Mistress Embla, the master requests you in the house immediately. Oh, that's my father. Something's wrong. It's mother. She's ill again, I think. I cause it with what I can do. It poisons her mind. How long until mother isn't mother? Or until father isn't lord? Or your father isn't master at arms? How long will any of it last? Oh, everything falls apart in the end. Do you ever feel like everything is a lie? Like there's a veil that covers everything, but in some parts it's thin enough to see through? Embla starts as your father steps breathily into the enclosed garden. He's red-faced from exertion and anger. Young lady, you can't run off like this. The whole estate is looking for you. Your mother is ill and she needs you now. Say nothing. Your father shoots you a stern glance. I'll deal with you later. Embla says nothing as your father grabs her by the arm and hauls her past you back to the house. She doesn't meet your eyes as you pass. Finding yourself back in the present, the chill has crept into your bones. You best move on. Is there like a hidden chest somewhere? Really? No chest? Okay. Yeah, let's see. Cato. Very well, if it pleases you. The master's in his office just ahead. And note, once you meet with the master, things may move quickly and you may not have another chance to walk the grounds. Yes, I remember the way. I suppose you do, but I'll escort you nonetheless. A flicker of a smile plays across her face and she beckons for you to lead her. Okay. The opulence is faded, the shadows longer. Clearly much has changed since the last time you were here. Try to remember how long it's been. It's been years, perhaps decades since you were here. Not since your father was the house arms master, not since. You must have your wits about you, and perhaps now is not the time to dwell on painful memories. Not since your father's exile. You were no more than 12 when you were driven from the household. Hard were the years that followed. The mercenary life is bloody and unforgiving. Those years stole your childhood, and eventually they took your father too. But your father had always insisted to his dying breath that his failure had been his own, that he'd gotten the fate he deserved. The memories are painful nonetheless. Be on your way. Okay. Flanking the doorway are two marble statues. The craftsmanship is stunning, but the sight of the two women depicted fills you with sadness. Examine them. One you recognize immediately, Valeria Baron, the mistress of the house. You remember her as a grey ghost, absent and unwell. The other statue depicts the girl you once knew so well, Embla Baron, daughter of the house, and now a woman grown strong and clear-eyed. Her likeness has none of her mother's cowed timidness. How fares Embla? Lyra's eyes flicker ever so slightly. We should hasten to Master Baron. He's long impatient to see you. But what of Mistress Valeria? The mistress is vacationing in the countryside, Lyra answers curtly. Level 9. She's level 9. She's a strong lady. Oh. K2 Baron sits tall in a tasteful but modest reception room. He looks less imposing than you remember, and with a few more crow's feet. Nonetheless, he's lost none of his composure or air of casual authority. You take the seat across a formidable desk from him. This study, like the rest of the villa, is half lit, giving a morose cast to its opulence. The older man's face creases into a tired but genuine smile, which momentarily lifts some of the room's oppressive mood. It's a mercy to see you again. Your own woman, and in your prime, Cato says before a frown consumes his smile. It's just a shame our reunion is overshadowed by the fates of those we love, but perhaps together we can yet prove our collective circumstances. Why have you summoned me? Embla is missing. Cato's voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. Now, I beg of you, Tovar, help me find my daughter, help her return home where she belongs. What's happened to her? She left without a notice a week ago. From the scant clues we had, we believe she boarded a ship bound for one of the outer isles, Idra. She went off on her own free will. At the time I thought little of it. Cato begins to glower. Since then, however, there have been reports, grave ones. Reports? No one and no word has left Idra in days. Rumor has it, even the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not how this touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me, one way or another. Any idea why she left? Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts. But I suspect you already knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she's looking for answers. What am I to do? Hire mercenaries, travel to Idra, and begin your search in Port Horan. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost. Just bring back my daughter. Mercenaries? I'm like, ugh. Yes, if nothing else, the port will be dangerous enough. That is why I've summoned a Roland Grey-Eye to me, a crude but effective sellsword that I've made good use of before. He shall accompany you on this task. Roland Grey-Eye? This man is a grizzled veteran. He may have slowed with age, but his experience and reliability more than make up for it. He's also much respected by similar men, and so will be instrumental in hiring a reliable crew. I'll take it into consideration. Cato shows you his upturned palms, beseeching. I know this thing I ask of you is fraught with danger, but this is your chance at improving your fortune materially and in honor. What say you? Well, I accept, for Embla's sake. Cato smiles softly, visibly relieved, and for a moment he looks like the man you remember. Have you any final questions or matters to discuss? Time is, as I'm sure you appreciate, of the essence. Let's just get on with it. Cato stands with poorly concealed effort. And Tovar, you stand and meet his gaze. Return her to me. There's no other outcome of this affair. You have my word, Cato.